What's crackling, everybody? Welcome back once again to the definitive cereal tier list, where each episode we take a cereal, put it on the tier list, so you know how good it is. I'm your host Tucker. In this episode, we're going to be doing Kashi's Autumn Wheat, because nothing says summer like autumn wheat. Now, this is the third Kashi cereal we've done, the previous two being their organic blueberry clusters and organic honey toasted cereal, I think it was called. Both of those got D's, but I'd put them on very opposite ends. Like the blueberry clusters, I thought was actually pretty solid. So it's like a high D. You just couldn't quite get to that C rank. And the honey toasted was just kind of a little bit more flavor than normal Cheerios, so kind of lower down. So this one, you'd think that's a decent place to start, but this is the third Kashi cereal and the third different type of piece they've had. So don't really know what to expect for this like biscuit style one they're doing. And I'm not really sure what autumn wheat tastes like, so I don't know what flavor to compare that to, but hopefully it's okay. Well, let's just open it up, see what it's like. Smooth box. Okay. Oh, they are called biscuits. All right, good. Double. Okay. So they look very much like other biscuit cereals we've done. Frosted Mini Wheats, Mini Spooners, that sort of deal. Mostly just getting sort of the wheat. There's like a bit of sweetness to it, but I don't think I can tell a distinct like flavor that it's going for. Just autumn flavor, I guess. But okay. Let's try it out. I'm assuming it's going to be like other biscuit ones. I don't want to put in too much milk. But okay. Here we go. Okay. I'm still not entirely sure what that sweet flavoring is, but it actually kind of works all right. And I think this seems to be doing what the cinnamon roll Frosted Mini Wheats did, where the actual biscuit has flavor in it itself instead of just the frosting on top. So that helps it sort of even out a bit more. So I like that. It does seem a bit softer initially than Frosted Mini Wheats, but we'll see how the milk really changes that. I just took a peek at the ingredients list to see if I could, get an idea for what this flavor is. But it turns out it is just sugar, because there's only 3 ingredients. Whole grain wheat, cane sugar, natural flavor. So I don't know what natural flavor means. I don't think anyone truly does. So I guess it is just sugar that I'm tasting. But it's actually kind of working out for it. Alright, so most of the milk has been absorbed now, but let's see if it's got some of that natural flavor in it. I mean, yeah, tastes like slightly sugared milk that has had some wheat in it. Nothing too out of the norm here. Yeah, that's fine. It's not dramatically different from just sort of the milk from other sort of frosted biscuit cereals we've done, and also not too different from the pieces themselves. So, acceptable milk. Autumn flavor apparently just means slightly sugary, so I guess I like autumn. So obviously the main comparison for this is the Frosted Mini Wheat cereals, and I think my tops for me out of those were like the cinnamon roll one and the original one. I think probably those two. I don't know if this surpasses those all the way, but I think it actually is much closer to those top Frosted Mini Wheats than some of the other ones. Like, I wasn't super into the pumpkin. Mixed berry was like its weird own thing, I guess. But then like strawberry, blueberry, I think I would put this above those. Just the simplicity of this, I think, really just worked for me, where they just took that wheat, sugared it up, but didn't just like put a glaze on top. Actually, it seemed like made it a whole part of it, and that just kind of worked a bit better for me than some of those mini wheats have. Like I find it pretty pleasant, but I don't know. I could see that sort of changing as I go, and maybe not be as into it. So that's just a weird thought as well. So what I'm gonna do is give Kashi's Autumn Wheat a D. The same rank as all the frosted mini wheats before, but I think just internally looking at only the mini wheats, this would be a bit higher up. And looking at the other two Kashis we've done, I think overall I kind of liked what the blueberry clusters did with like having that cluster with flavor, and I like that sort of flake a bit better. So I'd put this sort of just below there. So another a bit higher up D, but it's just not quite working out all the way to get that sort of C rank. If maybe, I don't know, there wasn't a ton of crunch for this one to start with, so the soggification wasn't a huge change. It was just kind of like here to here instead of here to here sort of deal. So that wasn't too bad, and I think the general sort of softness of the piece worked a bit. So I don't know if I necessarily want it just to stay a bit longer before like really absorbing all the milk, or maybe add just like a bit more crunch in there. I don't know. It's good, but it just, I don't think it blows away mini wheats enough to really get a C, if that makes sense. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and in the comments below, post your general thoughts. Let me know if you've tried Kashi's Autumn Wheat cereal and what you thought of it. If the simplicity of it didn't work for you and you didn't like these at all, you can let me know. Or if you found them more pleasant than I did and you think, yes, this should get bumped up to that sort of low C rank, you can let me know about that too. If you think there's a different sort of flavor that would more fit the term autumn and then just like some cane sugar and natural flavors, you can let me know about that as well. But until next time, stay delicious.